Hello, this is Alchemist2, and I'm back again with another movie review. I just recently had the chance to watch Tomorrowland, starring George Clooney and Hugh Laurie, of all people, and I was very shocked to see Hugh and George in a movie that really didn't push them or their abilities to any kind of forefront. It was kind of disappointing, I felt. I'm not saying that just to say that. I'm saying that because honestly, even though it wasn't a great movie, it wasn't a bad movie, it was mediocre at best. But it had a good message. The message in the film in and of itself was superb, and I liked the whole idea of Casey's father, Mr. Newton, telling her that there were two. Actually, she relays the story that she was told from her youth about the two wolves. Uh, One wolf is darkness and despair, and the other is light and hope. And which wolf wins depends on the one you feed. And actually, I had heard that before. I just don't recall as to where I have heard that parable, but it is a really powerful, poignant parable, and it drives a very good point home, I do believe. The only thing I really enjoyed about this film, other than the message of it, was just the CGI. I thought the CGI was absolutely gorgeous, and the soundtrack was tremendous and just sweeping, and a lot of the camera shots were just absolutely glorious. But beyond that, the plot and some of the character actors were lacking. Casey's actress was absolutely sensational. George was, he was put into a role as Frank Walker, and it like I said, it didn't really push his boundaries any. It just was a token character, kind of pigeonholed him, and I didn't like that. I thought, well, why did you do that? I mean, yeah, he's handsome. Hubba, but why? I mean, it just makes no sense. The same with Hugh Laurie. Get me hot under my American collar. Yeah. I love that man. And it's just, to me, as an Anglophile, seeing a British villain kind of rankles me, and it's so cliche. And of course, I have friends that are Russian, like, why do you always make your villains Russian? And they have that same kind of. I understand where you're coming from, and yeah, Russians aren't all bad, English people aren't all bad, etc. And you could go on that rant and never really get anything accomplished, but there is good and bad in the world. Anywho, it's just the movie itself, it was enjoyable, it was entertaining, but it was kind of fantastical, and there were some things that kind of, there was a moment where I had to suspend disbelief because Frank was falling for too long a period of time. I thought, why hasn't he hit ground? The sky can't be that vast and that long, because I'm sure you're gonna hit the ground at some point other time. It just seemed strange to me, because I understand physics, well, at a very basic level, but I understand how physics work and gravity, and just didn't make any sense to me. And like I said, literally suspend my disbelief. It just, there are a lot of things in the movie that I am surprised, like some words that got through that I was shocked at. I thought, why would you do that in a children's, I know I'm prude, but why would you do that in a children's film? English audience, European audience would understand that particular word, and it's not appropriate for a younger audience at all. Especially, I was really shocked to hear the word piss coming from a PG rated movie. Well, yeah, back in the 70s, and yeah, again, you're probably going to think I'm some kind of prim, proper. I curse only when I'm mad, but that's very rare. But it's still. I thought that's not. Why did you? No, no. it got under my skin, and I didn't care for it. And the only redeeming quality about this movie was the effects, and the soundtrack. And they had the actor who played Ethan in Extant, and my dad and I recognized it. At first, I thought he was talking about Haley Joel Osment, because Haley is all grown up. He played an AI, and that's whom I thought he was referencing. He thought, oh yeah, Ethan from Extant and Halle Berry and all that. And I actually thought he did a very good job. He had never really been in a movie before, and he's a cute kid, and he acts very well. He's very believable, and he's getting pigeonholed at a young age. And I thought, oh God, I feel for you, kid. I really, really do. Oh man, it's just not right to pigeonhole people into just the same kind of token roles. And yeah, don't get me started. I know John Wayne, he was known for that, but he did more than just westerns, people. Anyway, ranty rant. I'm done kvetching about that. But as far as the movie is concerned, I would give it 2.5. I don't want to garner it with a 3rd star, because I don't think it really deserves it. And there were some moments in the movie that I thought were really a little bit too violent for a Disney movie. And as Disney movies are concerned, this really wasn't the best Disney movie I have seen. Pirates of the Caribbean is far more superior and just absolutely breathtaking than this. And I love Pirates of the Caribbean, the whole franchise of Pirates of the Caribbean. I'm very, very excited. I don't know if they're going to do another one. They've been talking about that. Stranger Tides was the last one that they did, but they're talking about doing another, and I hope to God they do, because I absolutely adore pirates. But Tomorrowland just really didn't hit the mark for me. It just wasn't what I expected. So it gets 1 thumb up at best, and 2.5 stars. Other than that, it was just meh.